to your voice. I don't know.
Austin, you okay, man?
He's alive. We know that much.
Or the person who just killed him is terrible at imitations.
It says I'm on air.
That must have been a quiet kill. But no, Austin, there's no limit to how long you can stream on Twitch. Like, you can sit there and stream for 24
okay, wait, okay,
hours
so
straight.
Sometimes you can stream all the way across the bathroom.
That stream was 3 hours and 6 minutes. So yeah, so there was actually no time limit. It just showed only 2 hours whenever I was recording, but after it shows the full length. But all right, but
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, there's streamers.
it does put more videos on my channel, so I am fine with making 2 streams.
Don't cross the streams, Austin. That's gay.
Shut up.
You thought it was being serious for a second, didn't you?
Good God.
You're coming up with treason. Good God, you're dragging it out. And now I just copyright striked your entire thing because I put a
Streams can't
song.
get copyright strike.
on YouTube they can. On Twitch.
On Twitch.
On Twitch, you can. They will take away your audio.
They don't allow blood, gore, or sexual content on Twitch, do they?
Blood, yes. Gore, yes. If it's in a video game, if it's like you having a person directly in front of you, they will not. They will basically go no. Now, if it's just like, let's say, a redneck trailer park party,
it's complicated, and they go no.
it depends.
I know for a fact they don't allow sexual content because Zoe Berger got like kicked off like I don't know how many times, like 3 I think.
I know another thing for Twitch is you must stream with clothes on. Like, you can joke around about like not having pants on, but if you get onto and stream and don't have your shirt on, you will get in trouble for it.
Well, yeah, Zoe Berger had like she would always twerk on stream, like if she did really good in a video game.
Yeah, probably because she was bad at twerking.
No, she was pretty good looking, but I mean, that's what you'd watch if Pornhub was down for the day. What?
Run while he's confused. My name's Jeb.
My name's Jeb.
Jeb, I've decided I will not vote for you this season.
Jeb.
God damn it.
Jeb?
Jeb.
Jeb?
Jeb.
Shut your pals. By the way,
Hey.
am I just misremembering something, or did they say they're going to redo the Goonies?
They are making a remake.
I doubt it's going to be any good. Then again, the Jumanji movie supposedly was really good.
It was, but not. But it wasn't like the original. It's like completely different. It's like a completely different. It's not really a remake, as people are saying it is.
Well, it's a spiritual sequel. In the same sense that Zathura was a spiritual sequel. And I quite liked Zathura, even though it got absolutely panned reviews, because it's just Jumanji. In space!
No, I
I love Zathura. That was awesome.
The big reason why I liked it is because, like, even though it was kind of the same, it wasn't the same. Like,
It had more of a horror aspect to it.
it had more
I
of
was cool
a.
with it. I'm perfectly fine with movies like rehashing old concepts and just redoing the concept in a slightly different way. You know, kind of like Zathura is just Jumanji in space. I'm cool with that. Like, I'm cool with, Predator and Predator 2, you know? It's the same movie in a different situation. And I'm cool with that. I love both those movies. The movie I'm looking forward to in 2018 the most is The Predator, the 4th one in the series.
Are they making a new Predator movie?
Yes, I've told you this more than a dozen times.
Oh, they're making a new Predator movie?
I've told you more than 13 times now.
Oh, they're making a new Predator movie?
Told you 14 times.
Told me what 14 times?
If we continue this, you're gonna lose viewers. Oh wait, hold on. If you continue this, you're gonna lose viewer.
I'm the
Sure,
viewer!
you just...
Lose viewers. Oh wait, hold on. If you continue this, you're
I love Gage's laugh. Makes me happy.
Hey,
Yeah,
Gage,
everyone
you
at
said
work-
that thing I like hearing you say.
What thing?
Nice.
Nice.
I like it when you say that. It gives me like an ASMR tingle every time you say that. Like, nice.
Nice. I could do it better. My nose wasn't completely clogged right now.
Well,
It doesn't sound as natural right now. I was wondering what that was.
now you got it on tape, so you can hear it all you want.
What on tape?
You got the, nice on tape.
I don't want your canned nice.
What?
No one wanted my canned vegetables either. That's all I jammed it down the throat. That moment when a customer asks you for the biggest piece of meat in your store, so you get confused, so you violently shove your penis down their throat.
Here's why.
That reminds me of that meme where it was like whenever your sister has whenever your girlfriend has a twin, so you get confused and fuck her dad. Have you seen that meme, Gidge?
Multiple times.
Did you say whenever your sister's girlfriend has a twin? And you fuck her dad?
No.
No, it's like whenever your girlfriend has a twin sister and you get confused on which one to have sex with, so you fuck her dad.
I like how you say like sex out loud, but whenever it comes to like, so you.
Yeah,
fuck
because
her
my
dad.
grandparents don't care if I say sex out loud, but if I curse, oh god, I'm getting myself a new booty hole.
You're getting yourself no booty
Yeah, they
hole,
don't know witchcraft in your home.
even though he's a Satanist.
Yeah. It's actually funny is my friend Skylar was sitting there saying it like, yeah, I keep my mom away from you, like, 'cause she was a diehard Christian. Me and her have gotten along better than him and his mom did. And I'm just sitting there laughing, and he's just confused. I'm just like, dude, she's not a jerk. I don't care. If you hate
Yeah,
it so much, then why do you have a boner?
Yeah, like the thing is, like, you don't go around telling people what you are. That's the thing.
I like that about you, Gage. Like,
What?
your religious views and my religious views are like the furthest apart from each other that I've ever met, aside from like atheists. Like, out of people who still have religious views, yours is like the furthest away from mine. Yet I love having conversations with you about it.
Exactly, because I'm not sitting there go, oh, just because you don't like mine, I'm going to treat you differently for it.
Exactly. Both you and I are almost like religious libertarians. Like, we stay within our own religion, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't force it down other people's throats. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Speaking of which, have you heard about my religion?
Oh, what is it about?
Nicholas Cage.
Well, let me sell you on it. I won't take no for an answer.
I
No,
worship
I was just
Nicolas
imagining
Cage.
you to like send me a picture of like some weird alien gun that has like two barrels, like one on top, one below. And you fire the top one, you pull the trigger up top, but the fire the bottom. No, the fire the one on top, you have to hit the trigger on the bottom. The fire the barrel on the bottom, you have to pull the trigger on top.
That's called an overload shotgun. That's a real gun.
I'm interested.
No, my religion is worshiping Nicolas Cage because he's like the best actor in the world.
Every
I thought you were
time you
Christian.
eat,
Or agnostic.
every time, no, like would you like, all right, like this is a would you push the button? Will you press the button? Get $10 million, but every time you eat every time you eat food, Nicolas Cage will sit there judging you while you eat.
Press the button.
Would you
Another
push
10 million. But every time I consume food, Nicolas Cage is staring at me.
I'm fine with
Yes. And now, before I give up my answer, I want you guys to say why on your answer. Oh, say your answer and why.
that. So okay, so
Does he have to be there in person?
all right. So what was the first part of it?
Up to you. You get $10 million, but every time you consume food, Nicolas Cage will watch you judgmentally.
Does that include
Or
like small
watch you
snacks?
judgingly.
Does that include like small snacks?
Yep, if you so much as eat a piece of a cracker, Nicolas Cage will just come flying up out of nowhere and watch you judgingly.
And then the moment I get
As
done,
long as you consume a solid. You know, like
Even
drinking,
liquid.
I don't think that can. Really, liquids too. Which would be difficult for me because I'm in Arizona, so I constantly drink liquids.
but meanwhile you have Nicolas Cage right there. So,
Well, is he there in person, or can it be like a video stream? Because if he's there in person, no. I don't like people knowing where I am. Like the state thing, I'm cool with people knowing I'm in Arizona. You know, actually, the land of the free.
what?
Again,
You can't.
you can.
No,
It's how you ever
I've done
interpret
things
it.
in this stream which have been illegal in California.
Such as?
I was loading large capacity magazines. In
Oh.
California, they call them large capacity magazines, which are illegal there. I might be going shooting tomorrow. I haven't decided yet.
Fuck you, California.
Alright, so, what was your guys' answers?
Yes.
Is he there in person?
Up to it's up to you. Like, would you view it like, would you view him being there in person, or would you view him sitting there over stream every time?
When I hear the question, I view in person. So no, my privacy is worth more than 10 million.
No, it's fucking Nicolas Cage. Hell yeah.
But
Is
you
it-
don't
I
know.
say-
He might work for the government.
I just want like you know
No,
he's,
here's
like,
what-
he's gonna
here
be
was my
there
answer.
and he's gonna get. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
My answer was yes, because it's a free $10 million tax-free into my pocket. The only downside is that Nicolas Cage is always going to be there whenever I consume food. But at the same time, I don't really view that as a bad thing, because if I'm always around him, people could assume that me and he, in some way, shape, or form, the public will view us as
Wait,
friends,
wait,
which
wait,
will
wait,
swipe.
wait. Does that include kinky eating, like where you know you're eating off your partner?
Yes.
Eating off your partner, yes, but eating your partner, no. Unless it's cannibalistic.
Then
In
no.
that case, he might actually be judging you.
Or really into it.
I just want to take a
That reminds me of that scene from like one of the cabin fever movies. Like, baby, you're really wet tonight. Pulls face back and it's just covered in blood. But no, like, no matter what, how I kind of effectively view it is free $10 million and then instantly kind of swept into the world of fame. So I don't really see a downside.
I like being segregated from society. I know I make all these government jokes, and there are absolutely horrible parts of government. I don't fear it to the same extent that Dawson fears it. He fears roads.
I don't fear the government because I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, and I can throw them out of office.
See, there are three ways to change governments. Voting, a bloody coup, and voting for a bloody coup.
Alright, will you press the button? You receive $1 million and everyone thinks you have $1 million. But you secretly have to donate at least half of it to charity.
Sure. Do I get to choose charity?
I guess.
Yes.
Then yeah, push the button. People think
Might
I
as
have
well.
another $1 million, and I gave 500,000 to the charity of my choice.
Well, you don't get to publicly say,
Alright.
I gave it to the charity.
You get your own
Okay, I'm
island.
cool with it.
Alright, you get your own island, and $5 million and $500 million as funding money, but China may nuke you in 5 years.
May nuke me?
May. They may or may
And
not.
it says me, right? Not the island.
No, you get your own island, and you get $500 million in funding money.
But China may nuke me.
Yeah, may. It doesn't say will, it says may in 5 years.
But
If
no,
they said
he's not.
nuke the island, then I was like, hell yeah, I'll just avoid the island.
Awesome. Like, if you go back and actually pay attention to the actual wording on it, China may nuke me, the individual. In other words, I may or may not be on the island.
It just says you, so I'm assuming it means where your location is, not the island itself.
Exactly. That's what we're saying. What it is. For me, I would, just because I have a feeling China points to sticks at me like, don't do that to me. Do it in Australia. They already have a lot of messed up animals over there. Clear it out.
Plus, they need all the help they can get. They once had a war against large birds and lost.
Was it the weird dragon bird thing, right, where it smears its feathers into the blood of its enemies?
Okay, so
That's emus.
you
They
get
had a war against emus, I think.
Alright, you get whatever fast car you want, but you can never speed in it. Yes.
Yes. Because I don't have an issue with speeding.
I'm saying.
On a technicality, I do, but at the same time, everyone else goes 35 in this particular 25. Because it is very stupid, because it should be a 35.
Yes, because I can pick something that'd be ridiculously collector value, like an original GT40 or something like that, and then just sell it.
I'd pick that. I forget the name of the car, but it's that one particular car right where it took, like, it was right before, like, the tires could not keep up with it, so they had, like, they put something out, a rule saying that, like, yeah, you can't make cars this fast anymore.
NASCAR, Dodge Charger Daytona, and Plymouth Superbird.
Alright.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna say no to this.
Oh, hell of a cars.
Alright.
You're approaching. You're well past 6 digits in those cars.
Alright, there is a pill that will suck out all the fat out of your body, and you will have 0% body fat, but there's a 50-50 chance you'll die.
No.
There's a 100% chance you'll die if you have no fat whatsoever.
Yeah.
Even still, like, I wouldn't want to do that. Even if I didn't have the chance to die, I'm just like, no.
Alright. You no longer need to sleep, but you now breathe manually, and forgetting to breathe yields the same effects holding your breath would.
Nah, cause I like sleep. I like my bed.
I can imagine
It's
Austin
Manuel
picking that
Samuel!
one. I can imagine Austin picking that one, and then just passing out just as much as he does now with his narcolepsy.
Narcolepsy still kicks in.
So guys,
I'm sorry, I came over.
So no.
Alright. Any
No, I
scheduled
like sleep.
test will be canceled for the rest of your life, but you will always have to study for the never coming tests.
No.
No, because usually I'm the one booking these tests.
I kind of want to say yes to that one, but yes.
That's because you're still in school. Once you're out of school, that's something you don't want to skip.
You can fall in love with the woman/man of your dreams, but your country's leader goes crazy and leads your country going into chaos, leaving you stuck there, living the rest of your life in poverty. Well, that's already going on.
because our
So
leader's already
Wait,
crazy.
hold on. Poverty or post-apocalyptic?
it says poverty.
Poverty, maybe not. If it said post-apocalyptic, then I don't see a problem there. Like, I don't see a downside to this.
So you'd rather be in a post-apocalyptic world than go into poverty?
I am fucking ready for the apocalypse, dude.
You can have any
Yeah,
superpower
Chevelle
you
here
wish.
is armed to the teeth.
Alright. You can have any superpower you wish, but using it requires a tremendous amount of energy, and you will require supplements every day for the rest of your life.
Supplements? Supplements to what? Like
Fucking-
energy supplements?
I guess. I don't know.
I'm guessing like pill supplements. I'll take no. But for that apocalyptic one, I'm like, I imagine on the news is like, well, the economy's crashed today, and it's horrible, and people are starting to take the streets, and I'm already in war paint going, witness me! I'm awakening my
That's exactly how you would treat that too. Like, not even that, like, you just come flying out of nowhere with a fully souped up car on the
Yeah,
news.
it already has
shout.
rust and flames bursting out of the sides and the blowers, and you know, people are still wearing their day clothes from the day before when it wasn't apocalyptic.
You were ready for it. Actually,
I
no,
had the apocalyptic details
Chevelle,
myself.
you should push the button for that, because even so, if let's say America were to fall into poverty, you could do that because no one can afford the police anymore, and therefore they can't stop you.
All right. Okay. You get to travel the
Absolutely, I
world.
pushed that button.
All right. You get to travel the world, visiting every country and meeting loads of new people, but you never get to see your family
Okay,
again.
so what's the good thing? What's the good part?
Right, you get to travel the world, visiting every country and meeting loads of people, but
Okay, that's the bad part. Now, what's the good part?
But you never get to see your family again.
I do not
That's
push
not
the
the
button.
part. No, absolutely not.
I'm not interested in seeing the world. If anywhere, I just want to go see Sweden or Scotland.
Several members of my family owe me money.
Alright. You can fall in love with the woman/man of your dreams, but I already got that one. You can
But
have,
there's an apocalyptic in the United States. Hell
you
yeah.
can have the single greatest car you could ever want, but it's your least favorite color. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Because
'Cause
my
you can
absolute
literally
favorite
hate
car
it.
only comes in one color.
It's the color you hate.
No, but it
It's a
only comes in
loophole.
one color, and that's it. That's
But
my
it-
least favorite color on that car.
And
I'm
even so,
okay
you
with
can paint it. Paint it, sell it, do whatever.
You gain control over an advanced research laboratory with an unlimited number of test subjects to do with as you please. But
Ooh.
you are trapped as an artificial intelligence and become partially insane. Well, Chevelle, you've already gone partially insane, so...
No, give that one to me.
I'd be cool with it. I'd roleplay as the Master from Fallout, the original one.
No, just what I would do is just have everyone on the island make me a robot so I can walk around the thing in, and just as I'm going around, I just sit there and toy with the researchers. Like, I would grab a patient or experiment, and just just walk it in the hallway like it's my pet or something. They ask me what I'm doing, so I'm walking the goat, or just do whatever.
I'm imagining like some sort of like rail gun and a high-powered laser on my left arm, and like an auto cannon and a mini gun on my right arm, and I'm just exterminating people.
I just
As a
imagine
giant
me
robot.
I just imagine like my left arm I shoot chosen strudels into my right arm. I just shoot a whole bunch of toothpaste, like white toothpaste, so everyone thinks that I'm shooting like yummy toaster strudels, and when they eat it, they're just like, oh.
Alright, let's see.
I remember I made one of my friends I made Dan really mad because you know Paradigm, like
Maybe.
the name Paradigm, just the name.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I kept, like, we were watching a guy play through a game called Paradigm, and I just kept saying, hey look, he's playing Paradigm.
That sounds like
day
a joke I would use.
It just made him mad because the YouTubers started saying, like, we were, like, again, this is on YouTube, not live, and shortly after they started saying it, so he was getting a double whammy. Fun game, by the way. You guys should at least check out a playthrough
You
on
get
it.
a moderately sized giraffe that can give you rides and reaches the tops of shelves for you. But it is an evil giraffe that is hell-bent on world domination and is using you as its pawn.
Absolutely. I don't care about riding the giraffe, but do you know how expensive giraffe meat is in the United States?
Well, no. Here's why I would take. I would take it in and convince it that its name is Pink. The brain. I would be Pinky, and then train it each and every day. So, Pinky, what do we go? No, Brain, what do we go do today? Same thing we try to do every day, Pinky. Try and take over the world.
Alright.
I just eat the giraffe.
You've become the funniest person alive, but you're not allowed to use Google or other sites run by Google. That
No, because
I'm already the funniest person alive.
Yeah, that includes
I also
YouTube.
have, like, I'm also the most humble person I know. I'm fantastic at everything, except for bragging. Bragging's perhaps the one thing I'm not good at. But I could be, as I've just demonstrated.
Get the fuck out.
I wouldn't do that
You know,
because YouTube is a Google company, and even so, Google's probably still debatably the best search engine.
Yeah, well,
What about Netscape?
the only reason I say no is because of YouTube being bought by Google.
Even though it's massively losing a lot of stuff because they keep screwing over YouTubers.
Yeah.
But then again, I've been kind of informed on the reason being, like, some guy found out their ad code so that way, like, he could upload a video and, like, do this, like, little system thing in the code and for his video so that way, like, he could post, like, people being decapitated but get whatever company is giving the most ad revenue. So, like, he can give a like, let's say it was Love's Diapers or Pampers Diapers, whatever the heck the company's called. They were given the most ad revenue. He can tweak the thing so that way he can get the most money. The only reason why YouTube hasn't stopped him is because he was able to patent the formula for this before they could. It said, you want this formula off of me, pay me like $20 billion, and there you go. So he's basically got YouTube on lockdown so he can do whatever he wants and get a lot of money. And as a result of them trying to pay off this guy, everyone's just losing out. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it was. I don't know, because I know it happened a few years ago, so. Anywho.
Yeah.
How about them Yankees?
They're Yankees.
Next question, Wilson.
Oh, yeah, give me a second. I gotta send this message.
Your message.
The Blitz.
How'd you get so sexy?
Ah, see, you're sending a message to Blades too.
Let's see. Next question. You'll receive several $1 million properly invested to last you the rest of your life, but your mind will be erased, and you will have to grow up all over again in an adult body.
Fuck no.
No.
My memories are the best part of my life.
Yeah, I could do
Have
about some,
sex
but at the
with
same
any
time.
woman you like, but can't orgasm. No.
No.
Nah.
I have that option and already can orgasm.
Yeah, that's the reason to have sex is to orgasm.
No, it's to be with that person, but I already have the option to be with the person in my dream, so.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, you just want that ad revenue.
What?
I honestly asked if that's something you're interested in doing, like ad revenue, not the sex with the person in your dreams. We could just start doing this on your YouTube channel. Just 3 guys answering the would you rather questions.
Yeah. But, yeah, okay. Will you press the button? Alright. Be able to create your own reality at any time, but after 25 uses, You will be stuck in your own reality and not go back to the original world.
Yes.
Sure.
Because I actually have a consistent thing through all my like, anytime I think of an alternate reality, there's like myself is always a consistent thing, right? Where I would have the ability to go to other realities while in that reality. So in this situation, I'd be able to come back to our reality and just be incredibly overpowered.
Something like you create a reality where you have the portal gun from Rick and Morty, and then you just go back to your original reality.
Or different. Well, the thing for me was like I don't need the portal gun. I just go, I just want to go to a new world and just jump through solid air, or just air, and just appear in a new world just because I want to.
Sure.
I send this message. I'll hit the next thing.
You're next.
Alright. You will lose long-term memory for one day and finally see yourself objectively as others see you. But you won't be able to choose when it happens.
Wait. You lose long-term memory?
And finally
for one day.
Yeah, and finally see yourself as others see you.
So what's the good part of this?
Challenge run?
I don't know. Alright, I'm just gonna say no to that one, I guess.
See, everybody loves me. It might be the fact that I have like a tiny ego and I'm amazing at everything and incredibly humble. Everybody loves me. I'm fantastic.
You remind me a lot of the Riddler. You have
But he's not leaving clues to how to destroy his fortune.
Yeah, he is.
Name 2.
They told me where his gold was buried.
I have not told you where my gold is buried.
In your backyard.
Ah, fuck, I gotta move
In a
something.
tunnel
It's
in
unrelated to
Africa.
gold.
In a tunnel in Africa.
How can you afford these things?
You have no opportunity. You have the opportunity to go into space and explore new worlds. You can never, ever come back to the Earth, and you can't bring anyone you know with you.
Oh, then definitely not.
Yeah, no. Screw that.
Just for reference, future reference, the viewers or us when we're rewatching these videos, I'm not really egotistical. This isn't me doing that's entirely a joke.
No, you're egotistical.
Not to the same extent that I'm making in these jokes.
Nah.
Cough, cough.
You're ruining this for me because it's on recording, aren't you?
Hey, Chevelle, so what are you doing yesterday today?
Alright, what's the next
That's like
question,
the one
bud?
thing you can rock for me.
If only I had that on recording so I could listen to it over and over.
Yeah.
The
I
world
was
becomes
hoping. That was
peaceful.
like... no, go ahead.
Alright, the world becomes peaceful, filled with happiness, but except you are sad because everything you loved ran away. No.
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 You get to live in a perfect world that you have created, but you are the only one living in it. No.
That's not the perfect world.
Yeah, you need somebody with you.
Yep.
Is that woman not wearing pants?
That's...
Oh no, she is wearing pants, they're just her color.
I hate seeing women with the skin-tight leggings that are skin tone, because I think they're just strutting around the store wearing nothing.
Like,
And I get excited.
this app that I'm using has ads, so that's why I said that. It has ass
know.
and ads.
The best of both worlds.
It is the best of both worlds.
And there goes your monetization.
Hey, Hannah Montana, bitch. You can travel through time, forwards and backwards, but you can't stay over a month. I'll take it.
But what if I want to go sideways in times, right? Where past, present, and future all meet at one point? Oh, come on, also, I'm pretty sure you've seen that movie at least 40 times. I say yes.
Alright, what about you, Chevelle?
No.
Why not?
I value consistency too much.
Well, then again, you said, like, it said you can go forwards and back in time, but you cannot, but the downside, you can't stay there for more than 1 month at a time. So, let's say on the 29th day is coming up, just flash anywhere in time, like let's say, I don't know, Revolutionary period. Go, oh, this is nice scenery, then go right back to where you were.
I would take the opportunity, like, if I had the powers of time travel, to time travel, if there was an asterisk. Like, and if I was not in my correct time, I wouldn't age.
Alright. You will reach the peak of human physical ability, but you will no longer understand the concept of numbers. Yes. I already don't understand the concept of numbers, so.
When I get bored, I just pull out my calculator and just do random math.
2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick math.
Don't you dare. No, I hate that guy with a passion. Dear Hollywood, quit making stupid people famous. Sincerely, the rest of the world.
Well, he was playing a character when he made that song. I think, like, so he was.
I don't care. He made a stupid song and it made him famous, and then Hollywood just kept buffing him up. Same thing with the Gucci Gang thing. They're putting wrong people up there. They're pulling wrong people out of poverty. They're just pulling dumb people out. They need to quit. Anywho, next question.
Alright, give me a second. Let me send a message.
Hey Gage, would you be interested in getting GTA? Like, is there any way I can convince you? So apparently, Reginald got PlayStation Plus earlier today.
What
For a
is your
second,
nephew's
it took me
name?
a second to process the Reginald.
Yeah.
You get one wish every day for the rest of your life, but for every wish you make, 100 people die, and your wishes
Yeah.
Do I get to
can't.
choose 100 people?
Oh,
It says
just
and your,
random
it's-
100.
and it says your wishes.
What if I
can't
used
con-
my first wish to choose the 100 people?
The first 100 people would be random, but after the first 100, you would be able to choose.
And I could wish to bring those people back to life.
No,
Exactly.
no, you can't. You can't. It's because it says in parentheses, and your wishes can't counteract it. Counteract it. Yeah.
The death?
Then no, because I still wouldn't risk having my loved ones, or loved one, killed.
First wish. Wish my loved ones can't be killed from the wishes, I grant.
Yeah,
As a
but there's still
result,
that first day that there's a risk.
I'm taking it out of the 40 billion people in the world, that's less than like
Or 7
0.0.
billion.
You get the idea, like, it's so minuscule. I'd be willing to take the chance.
You breeze
just to-
through college, getting an A+ in every class with little effort needed. But during college, you have no social life to speak of. Yes.
Yeah. Wait.
No, because I'm not going
No.
to college.
Because that includes the social life that you have outside of college. So no.
Not only that, but also doesn't say anything about you getting a good job, and most likely if you have a dead social life
But
in college, you're not gonna.
it's only during college though.
Even still, that's years of experience and things, and most likely you're going to be very depressed and boring because you are going to get used to that social life. So thus going into the real world, you are not going to want a very social life because you got used to the non-social life. So
I'm
no.
going to vocational school, so which is like a college for dedicated practice. So that's not really as much of a problem for me.
And then also there's the financial thing.
Huh. This is a
I like
tough
money,
one.
and plenty of money.
I want to say no because I'm already in the arms of the love of my life. It says
Read the question.
you will fall into the arms of the love of your life, but you will both die after 1 month passes.
No.
I'm gonna say no because
No.
I'm already have the loved one in my life.
Same.
Well, I'm pretty sure I can't fall into my left hand, so if I did, it'd be broken for that 1 month.
I thought you used your feet.
I switch it up from time to time. Sometimes I use my butt cheeks.
Alright, alright.
I do
Oh,
the
yeah,
goat
it's
from the
fair.
movie Waiting.
Oh man, I don't think Jessica's ever gonna try anal again. No. You want like we tried it for the first
You mean
time
your-
yesterday. Y'all mind if I talk about this?
Do you
It's
mind
your
if you talk
channel.
about this?
I don't
It's
mind.
your channel.
I don't mind talking about it. I want to tell you guys the story.
Okay, then please do.
Okay,
You
so
went
what
in bone
so
dry.
so no. We were using lube. All right. Me and Jessica were trying it for the first time that we've tried it in our entire relationship. We never tried anal before. All right. So it was her idea, not mine. All right. And so she bends over the bed and I try to put myself in and I'm thinking there's no way I'm gonna get it in. And it actually went in. I got just the tip in. And and all of a sudden she just started screaming. She's like, "Fuck, get the fuck out, get it out, get it out." She was like, "Ow, ow, ow." She was walking all over the room in pain, like, "Ow, ow, 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 ow." She like apparently it was so bad that she felt like she was about to pass out. She felt dizzy while she was. I was laughing
Well, then
so
again,
hard.
fights are meant to go out then in.
I was laughing so hard. But yeah, she was all right. She says it gives her nightmares though. Just
Make her nightmares
I thought like whenever I did that, I thought about that sloth meme. Where it's
Dashing
like,
through the grass, going to rape your ass.
yeah, I thought about that.
You just see me slowly crawling in through the window, dressed up as a sloth.
That would be terrifying. Like Gage coming to kill me, but he constantly moves in slow motion, and nothing I could do would stop him. Like I could try shooting him in the head, the bullet would just bounce off. You know.
No, I meant just mentioned a bullet goes through, but you see it heal like Wolverine or Deadpool, and you just see me smile the entire time, just slowly coming towards me. Every day you would have to plan to go somewhere far enough away, so that way by the time you wake up in the morning, I won't be on top of you.
I can imagine just having like almost a heart attack if I wake up and you're on the other side of the room. Like, "Ah! Ah!"
Like, no, I'm not even on the other side of the room, I'm on the other side of the bed. But because I move so slowly, you have more than enough time to get up, get ready, and walk out before I even get halfway across the bed.
That would be terrifying. If you and I weren't friends, I would think your smile was terrifying. You know, that one where you angle your head down and look through your eyebrows while only showing your front teeth.
Or when we're on Skype and I have the video cam on, I turn off on lights and smile and you
Alright.
can only see my teeth for some reason.
You'll be able to cook any dish that has been made, but every cookie you eat will taste like salt. No.
Yes. It's just cookies. I don't care that much for cookies except for Oreos, which I could just make a brownie equivalent.
You have
And plus, I could finally find something to make a disgusting combination with squid. Maybe some peanut butter and soy sauce.
I'm interested.
Just so you know, that joke is a reference to the show Food Wars. The whole thing behind the show is the protagonist really wants to make the best dish in the world, but at the same time he wants to make the worst dish in the world. So like the entire time he's sitting there making these amazing meals. Like the second you eat it, you have a foodgasm. But
Like
when
stuff
he's not,
Hannibal Lecter would make.
but better.
like okay. Here's one
Impressive.
that I think Chevelle would say yes to, because I know he'd just want to go back to the Great Depression and show him how much money he has. It was make a time machine, but it only goes back to the Great Depression.
Does it go forward, or is it just like a one-way? You enter the Great
No,
Depression.
No,
It-
no,
it-
I just
it
imagine
just-
it's a
it
one
just
way, but you
goes-
can keep going back indefinitely.
It only goes to the Great Depression. It doesn't go anywhere. It can go back to your time, and it can go back to the Great Depression.
Yes.
Dear Diary,
Yes, for 2
I've been
reasons.
stuck on this mountain for 3 months. The only food I have is this Klondike bar. And every time I take a bite, it teleports me back to the top of the
No,
mountain.
it's the oat peppermint patty.
No, I say yes for 2 big reasons. One, I could sell it to someone. I won't be able to prove that it works, but I can say, all right, here's what we'll do. I'll sell it to you for, let's say, $10 billion. I'll hold the $10 billion cash. If it does not work, I'll give you full refund. And then off he goes. I said, all you gotta do, go in here, push this button. He goes in, pushes the button, bam, off he goes, back in time. He's back in the Great Depression. He now has no money with him. I now have his $10 billion. He's gonna come back up through the Great Depression with his money-making schemes and come back a multi-trillionaire. Or I can go back in time myself, keep going back indefinitely, and make 1,000 clones of myself and control the world.
Or he'll be dead since the Great Depression of the United States started in 29.
Or I
Alright.
can go just keep spamming going back in time and see what would happen if 2 versions of me touch each other.
Let's think, wouldn't the time machine still be back in the past?
Yeah, well, the time machine would go advance through times with me, so what I would do, go back to the Great Depression, wait for, let's say, a year, go back in time again, hey, wait, no, there I am waiting through time. Just go up and punch myself in the face and just see what happens.
You can bring anyone you want that is dead back to life and choose their lifespan, but the amount of
Michael
time
Jackson.
they are living is chipped away at yours.
Less.
So let me get this straight. My estimated lifespan was 100 years, and I'm being like very generous with that, right? But the love of my life died at 50, so I would cut off 25 years from my life and give it to them. That way, we both die at 75. That kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless it was abrupt or unnatural cause.
What do you mean?
Like, let's say boss comes flying up out of nowhere and gets one of you. In that case, you could probably just do it again, but A, you cut your ears again.
Well, the way I heard Austin read that was, and they will live the reign of that time.
Doesn't say anything about you, though.
Yeah. I'm cool with that, because I just want to extend the life of my loved ones if possible. Or specifically one loved one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who I'd bring back, and I can't think of anyone.
Well, I'd say there's not a person who's dead that I'd want alive at the moment.
Yeah, I'd say yes. Just because, like Chevelle said, save it, but at the same time, I just can't think of anyone. Just save it till I'm on my deathbed. Bring myself back at this exact second I die to have infinite life. Cause a glitch in the
Because
matrix.
it would take away half of your remaining life. So if you had like 10 seconds left to live and you used it, you only have 5 seconds left to live now.
No, I'm waiting until I have 0 seconds left. The second my soul's leaving my body, go, now. Wait, no. Half of 0 is still 0, so because of math, it's infinite.
That's not how this works.
I'm
That's not how
willing
it
to
even
try.
works.
I'm willing to try it. Let me have this.
Alright.
Do I have to use it now, or can I save it?
Doesn't say.
Because there's no one dead right now that I'd be willing to give half of my life.
It just says you can bring them back. It doesn't say when. Doesn't say when you can do it. Just I guess I'm assuming
Then
anytime.
I'd save it, then yeah, I'd push the button but save it.
Alright. You can create some sort of amazing series that has a large fan following, be it book, video game, television, etc. But that will be your sole claim to fame, and nothing else you do will be recognized by your fans, no matter how hard you try.
Yes.
So effectively the Halo games.
Yeah.
Hey, Bungie makes other games?
Oh yeah, by the way, did you guys hear anything about Destiny 2?
No, I'm not gay.
Destiny 2.
I said no, I'm not gay.
Well, you will be when I come down there.
That's true.
And we'll show your girlfriend how to actually do Halo.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, Austin comes out and is like, "Hey, Gage!" Gage just walks right past him, Jessica, and says, "I'm sorry, I'm stealing your man."
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
I
We
just
actually
take
looked
up
this
Austin
up.
and walk off.
We actually looked it up. Guys' buttholes are looser, apparently, according to a Google search.
Because they get fucked by society more so than women.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
they consume more protein and take larger defecations. One of those.
That is true.
Well, Jessica was like, according to the guy that was asking the question on Yahoo Answers, apparently, like, he watches a lot of amateur porn, and he says, guys just are having anal sex. Girls, you have to play with it. And, like, whenever the guy said play with it, I was kind of making jokes. I said, oh, yeah, you gotta stick a finger in there, go Gucci Gucci goo. No? Okay. You can jump twice as high and walk twice as fast without getting tired or hurt, but you will stub your toe once a week for the rest of your life.
No. I haven't stubbed my feet in so long.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Alright. You and one family...
You're gonna wear steel-toe boots, aren't you?
I wear, anytime I'm walking around, unless it's like around the house, I'm wearing combat boots anyway.
You...
Like, honest to God, those are the most comfortable shoes I've ever owned, combat boots.
Alright, Austin?
You and one family member become supreme immortal ruler of a perfect, happy, functional nation. But, in order to keep the country's citizens and yourself alive, you have to imprison the shit out of your only living family member for eternity.
No.
Wait, I become, like, supreme leader, and I get to imprison a family member?
Yep.
Wait, is it a family member or the entire family?
No, it says out of your only living family member.
So I become
in this, all of my family except for one die.
Mm-hmm.
And that one goes to prison.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, no. But
No.
if I get to choose the family member that goes to prison and the rest of them don't die, sure, hell yeah.
You are a musical prodigy who performs all over the world with no need for practice. But you're only allowed to eat plain white bread because everything else will kill you.
I don't see an upside to this.
Because I have no musical talent whatsoever.
I love that. I love that song. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, did you answer, or was I not listening in regards to GTA?
Oh, the GTA thing, to be honest, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything that you can do. The only thing that'd make me go, yeah, I get it back is if I got a new system. Because I've been interested to get a PS4 Pro, but because of hours at work being so inconsistent, like some weeks I'm getting 40, other weeks I'm getting 10, other weeks I'm getting 35, then it goes to 15, and they're being so inconsistent I can't get one.
I get you. Well, I really do appreciate the consideration anyway.
Yeah, because I do keep thinking about it, but at the same time I'm just like...
Because if a regular income's, like, in-game, is like, you don't want to grind for it, just, you have a bunker, you know, just buy supplies. If your bunker's fully upgraded, then if you buy supplies, then it's only costing like 400,000 in order to fill it all up. You get $1 million income from it, so that's still 600 grand profit once a day.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, it's fully upgraded.
Alright.
But, eh.
Become the opposite gender, never be able to change back.
Okay. Was that the positive and the negative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Become the opposite gender, but never be able to change back.
I would look weird as a woman right now wearing it with the beard I have.
I'm imagining the female equivalent of you, not like you with a beard. as a female.
I just imagine me like same hairstyle, like maybe 6 inches shorter. Because reasons. I want to say C to B cup, probably C cup. Chubby, but like thick, but not to the point right where it's incredibly. Like wouldn't be fat. I would just be thick. And not necessarily the sexy kind either, but I'm just also sitting here trying to think as well. Would I have the memories of me being a guy to that point? Because if so,
Yes.
then no. I was gonna say if so, then no, because you know I like playing with that zipper at times.
No, I'm happy as a male.
This one's gonna be a yes for all of us. One person that you hate dies, but you get a diarrhea for a month. It says you get a diarrhea for a month.
Yeah, the diarrhea lasts for 1 month. That's how I interpret that.
I know, but it
See,
doesn't
I
know.
could just have the people I hate killed. So no.
Chevelle, we're still recording.
No, because it's morally objectionable to have people killed.
No, Chevelle, you don't even have to pay anyone. Just say, hey, like go to the app 9gag and say, hey, here's the name of this guy. I want him dead. They'll go kill him for a high five and a piece of pizza. There's a joke on 9gag right where like if you go to Facebook and go, would you punch your best friend in the face for $10 million? Everyone will say no, but if you go to 9gag and say, would you punch your best friend in the face for $10 million? Everyone would say they would have sex in the gorilla pit that Harambe was killed in, while millions of viewers watch him on live national television for $5.
Mm.
To
9gag
me,
is another one of those 4chan-esque places, right? Or Reddit-esque places.
yes.
I've
But it's
heard
the
of
main
that.
place. Yeah, it's the main place I go for my memes.
You need to get on Instagram, not to browse or anything, just like so I can send you memes, because Instagram's where I get mine.
Alright, I'll get it.
All right, so here's something James would say yes to. You gain the ability to shapeshift into anything, but once a month you must take a stereotypical internet addict to the prom in the living form of their waifu.
Sure. Wait, prom once a month. They
Yeah, that's
only
what-
happen.
I know
once a
that's
year.
what I thought.
Alright, so I get the ability to shapeshift, but I have to take vacancy to prom once a month.
As his waifu.
I feel like the disadvantageous part of that would be
No,
worth
no,
it.
no. Chevelle, here's what I have. Given that we're both saying yes, say yes to this. I'll shapeshift into whatever girl you want. I'll say you're my waifu, and you shapeshift into her. I shapeshift into whatever the heck you want. Like I can shapeshift into an AA-12, and there we go. We go to prom.
See, while I would love to do that, me bringing an AA-12 to somebody's prom would really look horrible. I was homeschooled. Me bringing like guns, especially machine guns, to school was normal. If I did that at public school, I would probably be on the news or in prison.
I just imagine every time you pull the trigger, you just hear me bust out giggling.
Okay. Let's
That's
make one of the
that's
armed situations. Like, I get an AA-12, but every time I fire it, I hear Gage laugh. No. The
It's
sound
the
is
Bane
an
from
important part of
Borderlands
it.
2. That's the Bane from Borderlands 2. That's exactly what that'd be.
I get the
And
gun
no
of my
matter-
dreams, but it doesn't sound like itself. It sounds like Gage. No. Hell no.
You are able to fly, but you never get to choose. You never get to close your
there's
eyes.
that waifu one. Yeah, sure. I'll do it. Get you.
All right. You are able to fly, but you never get to close your eyes, so bugs and stuff always get in them.
Goggles.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No, because never implies even when you're on the ground. And then your eyes will be super dry and you lose your eyes soon.
Manually water your eyes.
I'm assuming it means while you're flying, you don't get to close your eyes.
No. This is like Genie's wishes, you know? Like, it's to the letter. Exactly how it's typed, that's what it means.
You cure AIDS for the rest of the human population, but you have to die of AIDS as a result.
No.
No. I don't care that someone ate an uncooked monkey then had sex with a guy and a girl in the same night.
Is it weird that I have become more and more okay with cannibalism, but I still wouldn't eat a monkey because it's in the same genome? Like, I'm more comfortable eating a human than I am a monkey, a gorilla, or anything like that.
Well, a human, you can at least look at him and go, okay, he's healthy, he's not healthy. Monkey, you can just look at it and go, yeah, he looks healthy, and then you find out he has, like, type 3 diabetes and... I was gonna think of something else, like tapeworms.
I've become interested in cannibalism over the last, couple years. I was thinking, not to, like, seriously do it, but I've been becoming more and more open to it. Like, kind of like that thing with me and acid, Like, I'd want to do LSD if I could load a previous save, just to see what it's like. Because I don't like the long-term effects of that. I don't like the long-term effects of cannibalism either. But that's also something I'm interested in, seeing what a human tastes like. I'm watching through Hannibal, the series, and that's just an incentive for me to eat people.
Alright, slap any celebrity you want, they get to punch you.
You get to what with any celebrity you want?
You get to slap any celebrity you want, but they get to punch you right back.
So I go up, slap them, they punch me. Can I say Mike Tyson and just laugh as he punches me? And just walk off and go, did anyone feel that breeze?
I imagine you wake up and you go, last thing I remember, I was slapping Mike Tyson.
Well, wait, does it say punched or hit?
It's okay. It says you get to slap them, they get to punch you.
It doesn't have to be like tap the shoulder and then smack them across the face as hard as you can. It can be go up like smack them on the back, go, hey buddy, what's up? And they just do a playful punch in your arm.
Yes, because I have the bragging rights of, you'll never guess who I got to slap.
I go up and do it to one of my favorite YouTubers, Lost Pauses. Go up, give him a little booty slap and go, hey, what's up, bud? Said, long time fan. And then knowing him, he'd either do one in return, give a playful punch in your arm.
Yes or no, I'm good either way.
I do it. Austin, your answer?
Who would I slap?
Sylvester Stallone. Michael Jackson. Just go up, slap Michael Jackson as hard as you can. When he tries to punch,
I want
you
to
just
slap Ron Jeremy in the dick.
by slap you mean gently caress it.
Have I told you guys about the Riata in GTA? It's the Ford Bronco they added a couple weeks ago. This is my new favorite off-roader. I bought it like a couple days after it came out, and it was like a very enjoyable vehicle. While climbing hills, if I balance it right, I can do a wheelie all the way up the hill.
So you have a replacement for like that, what was it, like coil brawler or whatever the heck that thing was called?
Yeah.
He's alive, we know that much. Or, the person who just killed him is terrible at imitations.
Oh, okay. Y'all were talking about my voice changing. I gotta go live for... I don't know what happened to my voice.
Would you play back the part with your voice again?
That was before I went live.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, because your voice just suddenly tanked.
Y'all try to imitate it?
No.
What did you say?
I said, I gotta there's like a time limit of how long you could stream.
There's like a time limit of how long I can stream.
Hey, you said that one with an accent, then the next thing you said, like, your voice just dropped. Like your
Like you
balls
had
dropped.
something in your throat, you know? It's like, it was like there was no substance to it, but it was deeper.
Screw you guys. Yeah, that doesn't sound like it.
Hey, Blitz.
Scary.
I know Blitz doesn't sound like that. I will encourage every time Austin says that his voice sounds like that, though.
One thing I want to encourage is that Blades is chubby.
Everybody's Blades for days.
Where everybody knows your name.
Dun, dun, dun. And they're always glad you came. They're breaking in the back of the bus. Tell them knows your name. I'm out of ammo!
Just imagine Blades actually in like a survival situation like that. And he just goes, yeah. Everybody knows your name here.
Well, that's how that meme started within the group. Like, we were doing transit, was it? And we were walking past the bar, and I just started humming the Cheers theme song. I was like, I gotta listen to the Cheers theme song. And Blades was like, okay, look, that's me. And I linked it to Austin as well. And we're all just listening to this cheery, out of context song while playing zombies.
Alright, Instagram asked me to create a username. For a second, I was about ready to put Butt Muncher.
You can change your username and your name anytime you'd like, as long as the name you want is available.
I'm not actually gonna put Butt Muncher, but at the same time, I just thought it'd be funny to put that. The hardest question of a gamer's life: what shall your character's name be?
I know, right?
It's easy. The Honorable Dr. Barrett, Reginald Montgomery, Francisco Montague Zanzibar, Van Dussenhoff, Esquire the holder of the
Okay,
Almond
I ran out of
Star,
characters.
the Great Templarist. Damn it, there's an 8-character limit. Anyway, Gage, once you do have your account set up, just go ahead and add me, or do a search for me. It's my first name, my current car, and then my last name. Not the Chevelle, my current car. I guess that part wouldn't actually. Would it? Do you guys think it would hurt for me to put that on the stream?
What?
Just telling people what my current car is. It's an uncommon car, but not necessarily a rare car.
As long as you don't say like the license plate number, I guess it's fine.
Alright, well, 442. It's a 1968 Oldsmobile 442, but the middle part is just 442.
Oh, okay. I thought you were actually telling us the license plate numbers for a second.
It's a 1968 Oldsmobile 442, but the middle part is just...
Because you were like, I was like, don't tell us the license plate number. 442. I was going to say, you dumbass. Hey. So, people are typing in the chat, like, hello, interesting conversation. I didn't realize that until now.
Yeah, how many people you got watching?
Well, we had one. Clay's watching, actually.
No kidding. Hey, Clay. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Clay.
Yeah, okay, so the person said interesting conversation at 10:24, which was how many minutes ago?
26, 25? Oh, no, 27 minutes ago.
Let's see what we were talking about 27 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
If he was
Come
that
on.
would be a thing that you
Oh, God. Yes. No, no. Let me go further down. Let me go further down.
No, I was talking about anal at the time.
Yeah, I could hear that in the background.
Yes. Yes. I get to pick my own picture for this. Chevelle, you're going to love it.
It's gonna be a sloth, isn't it?
No. It's going to be an awkward, socially awkward sea lion.
No, okay.
Yes. No. Let me go further down. Let me go further down. Alright, I gotta figure out how to do things. Alright, search, what's your name? Oh, text me your name on here.
Yeah.
Okay? Wait, you know how to do this better than I do.
Alright, so search for my first name, 442, my last name.
Wait, I gotta figure out how to search. I don't know how to do this.
But yeah. Oh, no, we got somebody else watching. But
Would you
yeah.
read off any other comments we got?
We got hello, interesting conversation. Hi, boo, you suck. That was from Clay.
Alright.
Of course it's gonna be, oh god, I almost hit follow all on random people. Ow. That's just me opening a bottle of beer according to Chevelle.
That's what I thought that was for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Just out over, just here. Like, 80. Just explode.
I genuinely thought that you were like chugging cream sodas or something like that.
I love cream sodas. Wait, I can put anything I want into this?
Yes. It can be reported if there is like hate speech or whatnot, but you can put whatever you like there.
Alright, what were the numbers?
I texted it.
Hey, no, never mind, I see you.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, it's me in a white t-shirt with the milestone for the icon.
Alright, how do I post things on here?
You push up.
Boom, boom, boom.
What's the next question?
Let's finish this challenge real quick, then I'll read off the next one. Boom. Alright. Let's see, the next one is,
Simulation complete.
I'm going to get a lot of messages from a lot of people saying, why are you on Instagram? I'm going to say I need to quit taking bets when not in the right state of mind.
oh, you took a bet and that's why you're on Instagram?
That's why I got Facebook.
Alright. Let's see, the next one is,
Not to say this is a bet or anything, it's just Chevelle saying, you should get Instagram, so I was like, okay. So I got
the
Instagram.
right to abortion is outlawed in America forever, but every pro-lifer has to adopt the child they forced others to have.
No.
No.
To me, I believe in free choice, so... Like, there was an awesome comic that I saw, it was like, a woman said, like, I had an abortion, it was the worst choice of my entire life, so I am pro-life. So then someone came up and said, so because it was the worst decision of your life, you're taking away other people's choices. Yes! And then it just shows a whole bunch of people trying to drown this girl.
I'd absolutely push the button.
Yeah, I would, but that's why
To me, it's just the wording that gets me.
yeah,
like,
because, you should... I don't know. It's kind of like, you know, you can do this, but I won't. That makes sense to you? It's kind of like a whole, you know, other people can smoke, but I'm not going to smoke.
And so we should come down there and then we're going to pull out this actual good stuff.
You are, okay,
Yeah.
you are immortal.
Oh, good.
But-
I had a new cigar last night that I haven't had before.
Really? What was it?
It's a Gurkha Vintage 99. It's very smooth. It tastes kind of like cinnamon smells. You know, it's not burning, it's not rich. It's very smooth. It smelled sweet before I actually lit it, but it tasted a lot rougher than a lot of the sweet cigars, but very smooth. Had a very very rough tooth. Like when I actually just felt the skin on the outside, like the leaves were very rough.
I still need to order some of them caramel cigars.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I give a fantastic rating for those. You'd love those. I think Blades would love those too.
Tell you what, if you can convince, if you can convince Blades to order some.
Well, he tried. He can't get them where he lives, which is the age.
Wait, what age do you have to be?
21 to order. Apparently, something Ohio changed in 2018.
That's
Or
right.
no,
Well,
it was
no,
changed
it's
in 2017.
yeah, they changed it in 2017, but I was pretty sure that it was just Columbus that you had to be 21 to order cigars.
Oh, it's like that's a local thing then.
I'm pretty sure, at least. I'm not entirely sure. If so, I can easily get around it. I have a good friend of mine who is above the age of 20.
Hmm.
Alright, you guys want me to read out the next question?
Sure.
Alright, this one is, you are immortal, but that does not mean you stop aging.
Wait, you're immortal, but you never stop aging?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like that weird. I'm that weird general guy from Teen Titans. The guy was immortal, but he continuously aged. Yes.
No. I say no because I feel like it being immortal, it gets kind of lonely after a while.
Oh, for me, how I always tell people how I would feel about it is, like, the first maybe 1,000 years, I would be incredibly lonely, but after that, I would just laugh at everyone. And if I'm also immortal, I'm taking it as, like, Deadpool's form of immortality, where we can just massively heal. And just continuously donate my organs so I flood the market, so I have all the money from all the donations.
Sure. I mean, you'd have to do it so quickly, though. Like, how would your regeneration work?
Deadpool, should he lose any limb... Now, this is going on...
So it's like a matter of minutes, then, at most.
Exactly.
Alright. At that point, you got an interesting thing to consider. I'd imagine the value of people whose blood type is not yours would go up incredibly. But the value of organs that you have would drop. You know, just because they're in such an amazing supply.
Exactly.
Right. Now, would it also lead to people being more risky?
To a degree.
Alright.
Like, I know people, like, we actually had this conversation in class before. Kind of like one thing that we had ended up saying was, it would lead to a lot more people smoking because they don't have the fear of lung cancer anymore because they could just
Alright, I
easily
want to
get
go
new
get some
lungs.
food, I'll be right back.
Alright, once you get back, I actually have a topic I want to discuss.
Alright. And also, I'm pretty sure any organ can go into any body because they found. I don't remember in detail because it was such a long time ago, but I watched this documentary 3 times. Like, even though you may have the wrong blood type, you can drain an organ of all of its blood, and thus kind of like making like an empty shell. You take the person's blood that the organ's going to go into, and you kind of like incubate it, so to speak, right, where the organ won't die, and it just keeps, it gets filled with this person's blood until finally it's the blood is like reproducing on its own. It now becomes, this organ now has their blood in it, so they can now put it inside this person and have no problems whatsoever. There's still a chance that the body could reject the organ, but if I remember correctly, it's less than 10%. If that I remember correctly. It's very interesting. I love it.
I don't know, from my understanding that wouldn't be possible, but that would be really interesting if it was, because I always thought that organs were tied to a particular blood type. Permanently, that's like part of like the meat.
I know it's a documentary that was on like the National Geographic Channel. And I also know in that same video they talked about how a third layer of a pig's bladder can awaken latent healing abilities that we had. Like there was a lot of people of which who, like there was a guy who lost a finger and the tip of another finger, kept putting the third layer of a pig's bladder on top of that until eventually his finger grew back.
Mm. Interesting.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright.
So I actually have a request for something for us to talk about.
Alright, what is it?
Supply and demand and their curves.
In general, or
Like, what do you mean?
me flooding the market with my organs?
Well, I figured the organs would actually be a good segue into that.
Here,
But no, I
sorry.
got a
Alright, so-
message from one of the viewers actually asking us to talk about this.
Wait, a message from one of the viewers?
Yep.
Was it Clay?
Alright, so
Who's the
supply and
only viewer
demand...
that we know?
Was it Clay?
Or you could just say their name, sure. Yes, Clay, send me a message.
No, it's Ron,
Okay,
Jeremy, and
I
Steve
just
Harvey.
got signed up for economics
That's
class,
from
and I was
Idle.
wondering if you had any tips. I'm having trouble understanding the course. Alright, what are you having trouble with, Clay?
Supply and demand, from what Chevelle said. Supply is the amount of product
Okay,
that
so
there is.
basically, when
Demand,
low price.
Austin, Gage is
high-
talking.
Okay.
yeah, like, alright, supply is the amount of product you have. Like, for example, we could say, I don't know, let's say apples, and we're going to lowball this for a store. Let's say if this particular, this particular store has 1,000 apples. That is its supply. Now, customers go in and they don't have a high demand of it. Let's say it's just because of the price or the brand of apples. We're not going to look into that at this precise moment. So the demand's low and the supply is high. The store either has to throw out its apples and lose money on it, or put the apples on sale per se, so that way the price can match the demand, so the demand will go up, so that way the store can sell the apples.
Okay,
I think it also might have to do
I
with
want to
upkeep
kind
and
of
market cap.
I want to kind of stop you there, because I thought I thought it was okay. I know it's high price, low demand, low price, high demand. All right, but I thought it was. But wait, hold on, wait, let me finish. I thought it was but I thought it was if it has high supply, it has high demand. That's how I thought it worked.
Those are typically
It
tied
has
with
high
them,
supply,
but
it
there's...
typically has lesser demand.
Yeah, it depends on the product as well. Like, there's a lot
Yeah.
of there's a lot of variables there that we didn't necessarily discuss, but typically, how stores deal with higher supplies and low demands is they put something on sale or they lower the price. Like, it's easy to see around Christmas time, right, where demand for particular items goes up. Another way how you'll see this is, let's say, demand for, I don't know, let's say the iPhone X just came out, but their supply is low and demand's high. An easy way for a store with the low supply of the iPhone X to counteract this is nice.
I gotta hear that in the recording.
Is just to increase the price of the increase the price of the iPhone X. So let's say instead of the $1,200 that they're charging, or however much the ridiculous piece of junk is being charged, they go to $1,800. That's going to knock down the demand for it, and thus make the supply match the demand. There's a chart I used to have that showed the graph of the two. Like, one of them is almost always kind of static. I think supply is almost always static unless it's a weird product. Like, gas is always a static item that supply is always going to be there. Demand is highly fluctuated on price.
Mm-hmm.
Another interesting point that you touched across earlier was market cap. So as an example, you are capable of selling 5 of your product per day at an absolute maximum. There's no increases.
Yeah.
Or let's say there's no increase in that right now. then it makes no sense for you to produce more than 5 per day. Or if you produce it once every 10 days, then make 50 in that one day, and then there you go. That'll last a long time. Because if you produce more than that, it's just going to stockpile, and you're never going to be able to get rid of it.
Back up! He's gonna get us!
So what's you guys' view on anal sex?
Oh God, what's he doing? What's he doing?
I won't try it on myself, but I will try it with try it on other people.
Alright.
While you may be comfortable talking about this on stream, it's going to take a couple drinks for me to start talking about this to someone in private. I'm not going to just talk it to you, especially not on stream.
Alright, well, okay, just say, are you willing to try it, or are you not willing to try it? Yes or no? What's up?
Abstain.
On yourself. Alright. Someone come up to me and do it? No. Me go up to someone else and do it if they're willing.
Alright.
And also depends on the person. Like, for example, if James were to come up and say, "Hey, buddy," I'm gonna say no. I know his diet. I don't want to know what comes out.
You would say yes for Blades, though, right?
Maybe. It depends on the situation.
Yeah.
If he's just drunk, I might just get some hot sauce, throw it up in the cheeks just to make him think that he actually went through with this.
Be a flaming ass.
You should have done that while he was asleep.
What, put hot sauce in it?
Oh.
Yeah. I had hot sauce on.
Of course you did.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
He's from Arizona. He always has hot sauce on him. That's their stereotype.
He is hot sauce, let's be honest here.
Yeah, I don't even use hot sauce, but I saw a hot sauce collection that looked so neat that I wanted it.
And what was the collection?
I don't know, it was just a bunch of different hot sauces and I wanted it.
One thing I don't like is how everything they send is in black and white.
Nice driving, idiot! It's right there! Just go! You wanna
Let's see.
Are you sure?
Alright, the picture I just sent you, was that in black and white or no?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Like, that picture is actually supposed to be colored.
Alright. I got a ton of, like more than I could ever go through of, like, stuff. But I got a bunch of saved stuff that's, like, cream of the crop, in my opinion. Do you want me to send you that stuff? And if so, do you want me to skip out the gun stuff? I don't know if yours has
God.
the gun stuff. A
So
lot of gun stuff.
Clay messaged me saying, Chevelle's not hot sauce, he's soy sauce.
That's very racist, Ground Eye. Very racist.
White people.
You're white, Austin.
I'm Jewish.
You know, for my phone number, like on Instagram here, I wish I could just put no.
No, you should put Donatos on there.
Alright, for
You guys
example, like
really
just out my
shouldn't. You
bio.
really shouldn't have texted Blades because we could have been here all night. Me calling different Donatos pizzas trying to find Blades.
Like,
Well, you
legitimately,
still can.
Well, no. Blades already know. We already know which one's Blades, so it's kind of useless now. I really wish
Okay,
you.
so cycle through them and select one again and keep calling and ask for Jacob. Don't go through. Give yourself an artificial barrier. Don't go through your recent call.
Yeah, I got scared because I thought like one of the ones I called before was trying to call me back. All right, I'm gonna call. Let's see I'm gonna check the last one I called.
So, do you want me to send you the gun ones too? Because I got a lot of favorited gun ones.
Hey, wait, actually, can you give me the Rusty Shackelford number? I kind of want to call him.
I don't have that number on me, nor in my contacts.
Oh, if you do give me send me the number?
Well, since we came back from the Ohio trip and didn't give you the business card, I just threw the business card away.
Oh, I really wanted that business card. Why couldn't you mail it to me?
Well, I felt like going out of my way and being an ass instead of helping you.
as one does.
I'm about to call one in Delaware. Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
do it.
11 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna call them, and yeah, they still have like an hour before closing, so. See if they pick up. Is Jacob there?
There's no Jacob that works there.
Oh. Okay then. Apparently, there ain't a Jacob that works there.
But I can't be out all night. It's my turn to watch the kids tomorrow.
So Jacob, not Jacob, Dermot. Chevelle, you like the picture?
I'm sending you some right now. I will check yours in just a moment.
Donato Cellular itself, this is Carson. Will you hold, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thanks again for calling.
I think I should have been
I'll take a large boneless watermelon. I hate the boneless meals, but the boneless watermelon just boggles my mind. Cause what store has boneless stickers available?
Most, hopefully.
No store I've ever worked at had a boneless sticker just laying around for me to put them on watermelons.
No waiting when it comes to ordering pizza. We already have that, Alex. A science fiction-like futuristic day when ordering can be almost instantaneous. Alex, yeah, we have that. Perhaps without ever even dialing our phone number. Alex, seriously, we have that. It exists. Now, hold on.
This is their hold.
What was that? We have that. It's here, now. It's the Donato's app. It does all of that. You can order Donato's most popular signature pizzas, or you
They're advertising Donato's on hold.
wow.
Of course, why wouldn't it? Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Pre-order with the tap of a button. Oh,
Maybe I should tell them about.
rolling. This is Carson. Will you order me for pickup or delivery?
Hey, is Jacob there?
No, Jake. There's not a Jacob here.
Oh, well, okay then. They put me on hold all that time, and I'm just like, oh.
Okay. Okay.
I want there to be a Jacob, like not necessarily Blaze, just a Jacob in general.
But I don't get it. What's in it for Wayne? Is that
I'm gonna call
Dante
one more.
texting
I'm getting
Dante
kind of
or
nervous.
something?
Well, you are growing a full beard, Dish.
I think he went AFK.
Ah.
Okay, there we go. Is Jacob there?
Sorry, sir. You said Jacob?
Yes, sir.
I do not know one.
Alright then. That guy was very lazy.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's 11 o'clock at night.
Almost.
You see the Bats car? I'd like to go for a joyride in that thing.
You know, I feel like my mom's gonna see the phone bill and just be like, why is there so many calls to Ohio? At least these ain't like long phone calls, they're just like 2 seconds. Then I hang up.
Weird. All the radio stations are playing that emergency broadcast song.
Ugh, my god. Alright. Let's see, where are we going next?
We're going to the moon.
I need to solve these stupid riddles, but I don't feel like solving them.
What riddles?
The Riddler riddles. I've solved so many of them, I'm starting to get tired of them. Chicken is my city. And no, I'm not from England. Chicken is my city. Why is it so
If a
funny?
gun was actually made out of pure gold, wouldn't it be actually really bad because gold's malleable?
It is. You can get gold plated, however, and as long as you don't, as long as you keep it clean and maintain it, it'll work perfectly fine.
If Apple
I've
made a
used several.
car, would
I've
it have
actually used
windows?
2 guns that have been gold plated.
If Apple made a car, would it have windows?
Yes, it would have.
I don't know. You get the joke I'm saying here, Chevelle, right?
Your life.
No, I can't say that I have. That most recent one, with the river. You played that with audio, yes?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, I kind of want to make an effort to do something like this at least like once a week. Just us chilling in a chat while I'm recording. You know, put more content on my channel.
Yeah.
If you guys are
Wait,
okay
I
with
got
that.
I got a perfect video for Blaze. You laughing at the Fruity Pebbles?
I love
Oh,
Fruity
yeah.
Pebbles.
Gage has some Fruity Pebbles if you're interested.
I feel like me and him are talking about 2 different Fruity Pebbles. Call it a hunch.
This part is, I sent this to him while he's at work.
I got several Tide Pod related ones to send to you.
Oh god. I hate that meme so much.
Right.
After I heard, I was in Nevada for a few days. After I heard that meme had become a thing, like, I was really disappointed. That's the dumbest challenge that there's been on the internet that I'm aware of.
There's
Alright,
The
probably-
previous famous one was the setting yourself on fire one.
Just for me, like, my issue with memes is they get, like, there's a lot of really good ones that come out, like, every month or so. Then, what makes me mad is, like, for example, the Ugandan Knuckles, Do You Know the Way?
Do you know
And
the way?
Tide Pod. They are starting to get under my skin because that was, like, a month ago that they got popular, or around that time. And already it is massively overplayed and overused. It is time for those memes to die. But people are not going to let them die because they are unoriginal, uncreative, and just go, okay, I'm just going to...
Are you saying you don't know the way?
I am going to come down to Georgia and Spartan kick you.
Is that an
So I got some sad news today.
Ooh. What's up?
After years of medical training and hard work, a mate of mine was struck off after one minor indiscretion. He slept with one of his patients and can no longer work in this profession. But wasting time and effort. A genuinely nice guy and a brilliant vet.
What was the occupation?
He was a veterinarian.
Alright, well, I gotta
heard-
be
I-
at work. I gotta be at work in the morning at 9:30 till 5:30, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop off for the night. Alright, guys?
Alright, man. Yeah, good night.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the party as well. My controller's almost dead.
Alright. You want to get on Skype, Chevelle? Because I'll end the stream.
Oh wow, look at the time. I have
No,
to...
for real though. Like,
Oh, well, I will talk to you later, buddy.
come on, man. For these. Did he leave?
Yes.
Oh, he
Either
left.
way, not awesome. I'll talk to you next time.
Alright, have a good one.